anyone drunk yet? Lightweights. Has everybody had a good weekend? Oh, yeah. Has anyone had a bad weekend?
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. It could still get worse. All right, this is the closing ceremony, so it's almost over, but not quite. We've got a couple of little technically bits to get through first, and they're boring, so I'll do them first. The bring and buy, some people haven't picked up. We've got an A, either Do or Dave, depending on whether that's a V or a W. An H, Davies, a James Milne, and a Tory Noyce. And all of you need to come and pick up things, so please do. We've got some lost property. If you think you've lost something, please go to Ops and find out if they've found it. And that especially means Bexy Beans, who appears to have lost everything. Not even kidding. It's like all in that box. Some people have won things. Some people built piñatas at the start, and then some other people destroyed them. And I believe we have a winning piñata from the piñata building thing. Can you show us that, Pete?
Maybe. Eventually.
It's team. No, if you copy the good, yes, you're very good at phones. It's Piñata Team 4, Team Narwhal's Bobom, and there is a prize for you if any of you are here and would like to come forward and claim your prize. Anybody? Oh. We have representatives of the successful Bobom building. Other people who have won things. See, winners do come to Minami. And you thought otherwise. The Itashask Electrics, if you'd like to come forward and tell us about who's the fastest people.
Yeah, we had 6 qualifying races. We had 6 champion drivers who took part in an endurance race for 20 minutes straight. There were many laps, there were not many laps. Can I get the following 6 people to come up just to the front here? Can I get Doddy, Ojo Sama, Hitman, ×2, Lum, Edward Jenkins, and Blissful Banana, please? Please give these people a round of applause for being winners already. Line up in front there. As I said, these guys raced for 20 minutes to try and gain as many laps as possible, and they've been on tenterhooks for the past half hour because we haven't told them a single thing. So here we go. In 6th place, with a grand total of 5 laps and running out of fuel, was Doddy. In 5th place, with 7 laps and then running out of fuel, was Hitman 2X, or X2. Now we get to the ones that actually paid attention. In 4th place, with 97 laps, was Blissful Banana. In 3rd place, with 100 laps, was Edward Jenkins. So it's down to Ojo Sama and Lum. And they both had 102 laps each. So how do we decide?
Battle to the death.
Not quite. Not quite.
Speed.
But the fastest best lap between the pair of them, and the difference was 0.5 of a second. The winner of Itashask Electrics is Ojo-sama! You haven't heard what he's won yet. You won a brand new car! It's P-Chan's car! Have you not noticed your keys missing? No, I'm lying. Special gopher. Here's your brand new car. Some assembly is required. Give it a big round of applause for our Super Racers.
stand up here having a conversation.
The P-Chan's car joke works especially well when you realise that he's the only person that I know to have failed his driving test for dangerous driving. And he never tried it again. That's actually true. Like all conventions, Minamicon couldn't run without the generous contributions of a whole lot of volunteers who put forward vast amounts of time and energy to make this convention happen. We can't name everybody individually because there's loads of them, but if you enjoyed the games room, please put your hands together for DDR UK. If you enjoyed the Maid Cafe, then you need to put your hands together for the Maids of England, who are wonderful. Please clap all of our event organisers. They were all fantastic, massive programme of events this weekend, so all of them, you were all great. We had lots of people who contributed artwork to the convention in all sorts of forms, from your badges, your bags, the con book artwork, tons of stuff like that. The people who contributed articles to the con book and made my life easier because I didn't have to write the whole thing this year, which is a bonus for people trying to read it as well. The hotel staffs, who were fantastic this weekend again and gave everybody drinks and made you all drunk. That was great. Special thanks to Choco for organising the party on Friday night. She's not here, but you can clap anyway if you want. I'll tell her your applause was mediocre. That man for taking my job last night, which was nice. I lost it. My union shall break his knees, the scab. And of course, I mean, share with the class? No?
Good job! Good job!
And of course, Minamicon couldn't run without our army, small but dedicated army of gophers who lift and carry and check badges and move things and run around going, Pete, what am I meant to plug this into? And all the rest of it, and they actually make Minamicon work. Please give a huge round of applause to all of our wonderful team. Each year, the committee puts its heads together and ends up with nits. That's not true, half of them are bald. They decide who, among the gophers, from the committee's perspective, has made the biggest contribution this year to the running of the convention. This year, it looks like in typical committee form, they were terribly indecisive and chose 2 people. The award is called the Ewan Award. It's in memory of Ewan, who was our treasurer for many years and sadly passed away a few years ago. Ewan made a huge impact on how conventions were run, and basically this was the guy who made us all make sense about money, which actually when you're running an event for 400 people, or in the case of something like Minamicon, 1,500 people, it turns out there's quite a lot of money and none of it belongs to you, and that can be very confusing. And the contribution Ewan made still allows us to run events on this scale and as ambitious as something like an Aya or an AMI. So he's been a really important figure in fandom, and he's very, very dearly missed. That's what the award is named after. Does someone want to kind of hold it aloft? It's shiny. Aloft. If you hold it up in the light, you could blind people. There you go. This year, the Ewan Award goes to Martin, Russ, and Hunter. So if you're about, please come forward and accept your contribution. I don't know if they have to timeshare it or how this works. Or like if the rules say they have to move in together now. It's kind of like Steptoe and Son sort of hijinks over the course of the year that we'll record and show as a documentary next year. Thanks very much, guys.
Oh yeah.
Figure something out. You're golfers, you're much better at figuring things out than the committee. There's somebody else that we ought to thank, really, and that's kind of you lot. Not only for turning up, but for also being very generous. As you'll probably know, Minamicon, like most UK conventions, is run as a charity event. We raise a lot of money for charity every time we run. The convention charities this year are the British Heart Foundation and the Aid for Japan charity, which helps children orphaned by the Tohoku earthquake in Japan. We'll hear a little bit more about that in a minute. Just to let you know, last night we auctioned off some things. I auctioned off some things and consulted some people in the audience, and they still gave us money because it's for a good cause. So that means I can insult them and they still pay us. And in fact, they paid a total of £949. We have one more thing to auction off. So those of you who have money in your pockets can start counting the bills now, and those of you who have husbands or wives can start asking how much you're allowed to spend now, because that turned out to be a stumbling block a few times last night. It's this standee at the end here, the Minamicon 19 standee. You do get Amber with it, but she has to be fed and watered. So account for that when budgeting on whether you can afford to buy this. You're not sold in parts. No, okay.
She has tried.
So this standee with all of the bits. It's not just the cloth part; it's the whole thing, except Amber. And that's the back of it. Yes. Thank you. Our final item we're going to auction off for charity is this lovely Minami 19 standee. Does anybody want it for a tenner?
Yeah.
Yep. 20. 30. 40. 40. 50. 60. We're at £60 of the gentleman down here. Anybody want to go beyond £60? Just to let you know, if we go one more bid, then we go over £1,000 raised. There we go. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Do I have 70? I have £70 there. Do I have 80? Okay, 80. Thank you very much. 90. Do I see £90? Anybody? We're at £80. We'll do this quickly then. If she jiggles it, does it help? Does anyone want to bid 90 if it's jiggling? It's not really a jiggly kind of a... You know, most of the artwork we've ever had from Minami you can jiggle, but that's more of a sort of a... yeah, I know, I'd hide and cry as well if I were you. We're at 80. I'm going to go once, twice, 3 times, and sold for £80. Thank you very much. Don't worry. You all get an opportunity to chip in towards the total as well. We're over 1,000 now. Let's see how high we can go. What loose change have you all got in your pockets? What has it got in its pockets? Could we have the bags around, or whatever we're collecting things in? There we go. They send the old bags around.
The bring by donation.
There's not a chief. We have no chance.
I did this.
just that's it. Gophers, would you say we're seeing sufficient generosity? Sufficient? Do I need to give people's room numbers to Keith? You all know his, but it's a question of whether you want him knowing yours, which is a very different kettle of fish, believe you me. Okay, the clinking seems to be settling down slightly. Getting there. Clinked out. I can, that's the problem.
We get more if we get.
I jiggle with every bloody step I take, you rude bastards.
Chris.
Brilliant, this is my train home sorted. Right, we said that we would give you a little bit more information about one of the charities that you're also generously supporting at the moment. Pete, would you like to roll the video, please?
Can I? Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
I don't know how to.
Do you know how to is the bigger question.
I know, right? I'll make that body. Yeah.
Established good communication with orphanages from the tsunami area. In 2012, we did return to meet the first tsunami orphans our charity was to help support. This was the first time our charity did meet a tsunami orphan. We returned to La Salle Children's Home to see Mr. Rodrigo, the director. Here we met Maria-chan. Maria is an 11-year-old girl who lost both her parents, grandparents, and younger brother when the tsunami hit. We introduced ourselves and brought letters and gifts to her from England. Maria-chan then gave us a tour of the children's home. そうか、かわいいね。8人で暮らしてるんだ。はい、マリアちゃんのお部屋は These are her quarters. When she is not studying, Maria likes manga, comic books, and anime cartoons. Her favorite is Hello Kitty. 本当に漫画好きだね。Maria wrote a letter saying thank you for the gift last year. Her favorites were 3 cuddly toys and she sleeps with them every night. ありがとう。ここ、何? Maria-chan has never been to England, but she likes English culture a lot. She wants to visit London one day.
Could you all please give a big round of applause to Akemi Solo?
Arigato. Thank you very much. And Maria-chan, 11 years old girl, at last Christmas, because a lot of anime convention donated money, we could buy air ticket, Maria-chan and 17 years old girl, Kana-chan. And last Christmas, they were in London. They stayed in my house, flat. And first, they were a bit sad because they lost everything, parents, grandparents, younger brother, house, and a pet. But gradually, when they are in London and in England, their face changed, like shine, and happier because a lot of English people were together with them, and really, really good. If you visit www.aidforjapan.org.uk, Japanese television crew, Japanese television filmed us everything, and our activity, Maria, Kana, and our volunteers, that was Japanese national TV for 10 minutes news, because anime fan in England, because of you, we could invite them. So in Japan, many people forgot this one because 2 years ago now. But here, very far in England, still we care those orphans. And your money will be used for them because 2 of them lost everything. It's so hard, sometimes mentally injured. But mental support and also bringing them here is very, very good because totally different country. And Maria, Kana, Maria, 11 years old girl, now 12 years old, happy birthday. Birthday was 24th of December and celebrated. Really good birthday. And this summer we plan to bring those 2 girls and more orphans. And really, Japanese people are surprised because here, England, very far from Japan. But we can bring a warm heart from England to them using Aid for Japan. And this is not the end because they lost everything and they are little. The youngest one is 7 years old boy. And continue watch them from England. And I really, really enjoyed Minamicon. Lovely people. And I can feel your warm heart. Today, my lecture, I showed the tsunami video. People cried. And yeah, that's hard, but it happened. What we can do from England is we can support those orphans. And every year, they come. And we can film, and you can meet, because London is not so far from here. And maybe we can travel to Southampton too. So, I really appreciate your help and support. Future as well. We continue. And they're human being and little. I call them every week. And next week, I talk to them about you. So, it's really nice. Minamicon and those orphans heart together. 本当にありがとう。ありがとうございました。ありがとう。
I think it's quite heartening to know that when you all thought you were just getting drunk, you were actually doing a really good thing here as well. That's kind of how I felt about cons for years, because actually over the years, I'd love at some point to sit down and do the maths and figure out how much we've raised for charity. I've been coming to this for 16 years. I'm really old. Actually, no, I look at the gophers and I think I'm really young. But I think over those years, the thousands and thousands of pounds we've raised for charity have probably made a very big difference to some people who really needed it. So you're all good people, which kind of scares me. Because if you're good, I don't want to meet any bad ones. So, sorry, I just can't stop putting little barbs on the end of things. It's really, I'm terrible.
I never met Sundari in real life before.
If you're finding this arousing, stay away from it. So you've all had quite a good weekend then. It's been all right? Given the opportunity, would you do something similar again? Yeah. Pete, is there anything similar they could do?
No.
Oh. Yes, for the comparison between Minamicon and Alcon, you're not getting registered next year. No, we love Alcon. No, we don't. I'm not on the committee. I don't have to deal with any diplomatic fallout from any of this stuff. I think there was something. You had like that video nonsense. There we go.
Don't confuse the boys.
So that's a thing you could do. It's also the last one. So, you know, you probably better do it while you still can.
How come it's the last one?
Because we can't be bothered anymore. Is there any other better reason than we can't be bothered anymore?
No!
No, that's basically it, sorry. They're really hard, and I'm not even on the committee anymore, and I find them stressful. Just gonna have to go out with Pete.
We love you.
Do we have to?
Do we have to what?
Put up with Pete?
Yes. That's mean.
Oh, we've reached that point in the convention where everyone's feeling all fuzzy and they feel sorry for Pete. See, you are good people. You can even find a little corner of your heart for Pete. There's another thing you could do, apparently, according to this sheet of paper, which is the cosplay cruise. And someone was going to come and say a thing about the cosplay cruise. Please do.
That sounds awesome.
Hello. Hi, I'm basically here to talk about two things, actually. Did you tell about that?
You can talk about two things if you want.
Okay, good.
Not free.
Okay, can I call someone to talk about the third one?
I'll go on.
So, we are organizing the cosplay cruise in London, which is basically a cosplay party in a boat over the Thames. Okay, this is going to happen in July, alright, on the 6th of July. And tickets are selling now for 20, but if you go on our website and you like and share our Facebook page, you get the tickets for 16. Ooh. So, hope to see some faces over there. And the second thing I would like to talk about is CanCon. Okay, so we are running CanCon for the second year now. It's going to be on the 31st of August. We are not selling the tickets just now. Okay, we are announcing the tickets, the guests, and all that over this month, and a little bit further on as well. Okay, thank you. Hope to see you there.
Of course, if you need a year to recover, you could always just come back here. Minami 2014, which apparently Pete isn't bored of organising. Well, actually, I think he is, but he hasn't got a choice about this one. Runs from March the 7th to the 9th next year, right back here. So you know where that one is, and you won't get lost and run around crying. So that's good. We're doing sort of a weird thing, because normally at Minami, it all ends now. But we actually have another thing that you can go to. The Kotatsu Lounge is going to be set up here. Does anybody know what a kotatsu is?
No.
To the people who said no, read the bloody con book that I spent a week doing. So underappreciated. Who did write the article? Who did write the article?
Me.
Would you like to tell the class how much of it you copied and pasted from Wikipedia and I had to edit it? No? Oh.
Just a little bit. Only a little bit.
Wikipedia is fact.
Sorry, thank you to all our comic book contributors, even Wikipedia. So the cut.
Your user source content is just user source content from someone else's users. Is that
Yes. Right, so the Kotatsu Lounge will be in here. It'll be very comfy and snug and warm, and you can all sit in here and kind of have a nice evening. Or you could all go away. That's the other option. Ladies and gentlemen, the convention is over. I hope... No, it's not over. The Kotatsu Lounge will be after this. But apart from that, it's over. I hope you've all had a wonderful time. And I hope to see you all again next year.